Wi-Fi players are cheating in Street Fighter 6. Now let me explain. They're not cheating in the normal sense of actually having a native advantage over you by something outside of the game. Well, I guess they kind of are. They have a random lag factor that makes moves and their frames very hard to account for. Now the reason I'm making these videos, I've been asked many times why I wanted to know Wi-Fi players, and I posted a clip on Reddit 2 weeks ago that got pretty popular, so I got the video idea from that. It is explaining why I try to avoid playing Wi-Fi players as much as possible when I'm trying to seriously rank up with new characters or get higher into Master closer to Legend. Also, quick announcement, I am almost done every single character to Master. Tap onto my Twitch. Link down below in my description as well as the link here. You're gonna see me get Geef. I'm doing modern Geef right now, which is really funny. And this is for the last characters I've random I gotta do. So definitely tap in. It's really fun. It's been a cool adventure. I'm excited to get it finished up. Now, I was playing Ken with a guy who I knew didn't have Ethernet, but he asked for a set. I felt like, why not? What's the worst that could happen? And the worst did happen. One of the most cursed interactions I've seen in Street Fighter 6 from my point of view. You're gonna see in this clip, I hit a crouching medium kick, and I hit it on my screen, but on his screen, that did not happen. And therefore, the game state changed back, roll back to the game state, which they match up in, and he was the one who won the interaction. You can see here. Now, if you're a JoJo fan, someone made a really cool edit. Shout out to this guy on Reddit. Now, there's tons of debates about what King Crimson actually does. Someone even used the term King Crimson, which is hilarious, but King Crimson's ability is basically to allow him to remove a few seconds of time and put himself in an advantageous situation. Now, essentially the way rollback works, it helps mainly with online fighting games. It tries to predict and correct the game state in order to improve the user experience. Essentially, each player is playing a separate simulation of their gameplay with their own inputs when a rollback will occur, which attempts to sync the states and allow for the correct gameplay state to be, and allows for you not to feel like your inputs are actually being delayed at all. Overall, rollback is really sick for the fighting community as it allows the games to feel a lot better, because online is obviously always going to be a little bit worse than the offline experience. Depending on the fact if they use PCs or not, you know, PS5 is about to explode. It becomes a very bad problem for moves with little startup animation. See, as the game attempts to roll back and bring you to the correct state, oftentimes they get an update to the hit itself, bypassing the frames it took to start up and making the move kind of unreactable. Something like Drive Rush, for example, that is the FGC Boomer Killer, is even harder to react to when you're playing on Wi-Fi. All the hours you spent practicing to react to DI for not. Ping between 1 to 7, the rollback will match that within your match and have a very different speed to react to. The other really small, minute detail, which I personally don't go on Wi-Fi, my little take, is that it's very difficult as the pace of the match becomes very unpredictable. In a few seconds, you can be moving really quickly, and then it's choppy, and then it's back to normal. So it's really hard to keep your mind at the pace it needs to be for the game, as it's hard to tell what the pace of the game is going to be. Rather than necessarily adapting to play, so you have to adapt to outside factors, which is really frustrating to play against because it's kind of out of your control. There's obviously a lot of science behind it, but I did the minimum research to understand what rollback actually did for gaming, so I can make this little video explaining why Wi-Fi is really hard to play against on. Street Fighter 5 had a netcode, I think, probably like a hamster on a wheel or something. But here are two other clips of Wi-Fi showing why it's terrifying, and I try to avoid it as much as possible. Dude, look at this round 2. See? This is the shit I'm talking about. They're like, oh man, why do you play on Wi-Fi? Look at this! What is this game? What am I fighting? But this is a short video. I want to open the discussion and talk with Wi-Fi players, because every time I verse a Wi-Fi player and I play with the Wi-Fi, they say the simple line of get good, or that game was awesome on my end. I had fun. Sure you did. The 8 driving packs he did, all of them hit. That was probably really fun for you, huh? It wasn't fun for me. So if you're trying to climb up Elo, or you really want to get a character to master, I would recommend dodging Wi-Fi matches if you can. Half the time you're trying to whiff punish them, maybe better chances of running up a casino in Las Vegas. Okay, let me be real with you for a second.